All right, and we are live. Right, Zach?
It still says, oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, it just takes a minute. There we go. We're in. All right, so this week we are playing Forced, and this is early access via Steam.
Yes.
So I guess technically you can buy the game now, and it's a little bit cheaper if you buy the game now, and you can play it until it's full official release.
Yes, absolutely. Early access is if you think about uh, God, what was that game? Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
Like how Minecraft was released like 2 years
yeah, it was in
before it.
beta forever.
Yeah, before it actually came out. So that's basically what early release means at this point. Um, it's unfortunately it's one of those things that it's like you and I will occasionally probably me more than you when you get a game because we don't really get have many dev kits when we
Oh
do.
yeah,
Like we'll get like a really weird like final slash preview build of something
yeah.
that someone like specially burned for us, like
hmm
oddly sent to us, but
It's just on a disc, on a
yeah, and
blank disc.
but it's like burned special ways because it has to
Yeah.
have like special
hmm
codes or something in it. Um, and, but like I play. I'm more of a PC guy, and I'll get more preview builds of stuff. So power marks attack to apply. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm more accustomed to seeing unfinished games like this, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just weird. Um,
I mean, this seems like a pretty, polished game so far. I mean, we just started, obviously, but looks pretty good from what I'm seeing right now.
okay. Um, yeah, no, it's. I have no problem at all with this game. But right now, I just started playing this game to show you, do on the stream, show everyone, see how it's going, that kind of thing.
hmm
Um, but it's becoming more and more common to get these, to have these release, basically beta builds of
Yeah,
stuff.
these early games, yeah, and they try to entice you. Hey, the game's in playable condition. It's not gonna, drastically crash your computer or something like that. It's in pretty good shape.
It might.
All the bugs, there still might be some bugs. All the features aren't going to be there, but it's still playable, And if you like what you see, you can buy it now. So when the official version comes out, you get it at a discounted price as a way of saying thank you. Kind of like another form of Kickstarter in a way.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't hate early access stuff. I think it's interesting. There are definitely. I mean, there are definitely times that like early access stuff has come out. Um, I think the terms. It's one of those terms that's definitely thrown around way too much.
hmm
Um, like oh god, there was I forget what the game's called. It's basically I think Mercenary Kings. Um,
Okay.
it is Mercenary Kings is it's a 2D side-scrolling shoot 'em up. So it's what the hell was that Neo Geo game?
Like
Um,
Metal Slug.
it's exactly like Metal Slug. Exactly like Metal Slug, except it's it's an RPG. What am I supposed
Are
to
you
do?
supposed to activate the shrines by? Can you control that little orb thing?
I can call him to me, and then he just kind of sits there. if I shoot through him, does that do something?
Can you control it like with the other analog stick or something?
No. That's how I aim and move
Oh,
around.
okay. Okay.
Nope. Nope.
What
Um,
if you hit like the back button and will it tell you how to
nope.
use a power or something?
Nope.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
So as you can see, this is clearly the first time that
Either
we,
one of us is playing
yeah,
it. And one of the things, Mercenary Kings, not really Metal Slug. Mechanics are. Craft weapon. It's interesting. Oh, that's how we can do that. Okay. Um, I like Mercenary Kings a lot. I took a lot of flack from a couple of my friends about really liking Mercenary Kings, mainly because of how similar it was to Metal Slug.
mhm.
Um, they didn't think it was nearly as good. They thought I was a jerk and I should be
And
treated like a jerk.
but Mercenary Kings, that was also another beta deal.
Yeah, but that one was like one of those games that it kind of like when it came out. I mean, I didn't feel like I didn't get really super far into it, but I mean, when I played it, it sort of felt pretty done.
Hmm.
Um, it it felt complete. It just felt like one of those things that it was like, oh, it's early access, and we're just going to do rolling updates. It's like, if you want to do rolling updates, that's one thing, but if you're just going to sit there and be like, you know, oh, it's early access just because we don't know how broken the game is. It's like, I mean,
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I
don't
mean, it's it's just developed by a bunch of dudes in their basement. They're trying to make a few extra bucks, but at the same time, I'm sure they don't want to piss anybody off by releasing a product that is gonna totally fail or there's bugs up the ass or something.
Yeah, I understand that. But they're still taking money for it. So that's a weird area.
So this is clearly a Diablo style kind of a game, action RPG.
Yeah. I'm playing with a controller right now.
Hmm.
Normally I kind of play this. Actually, the reason that I have the sound off right now, it does have sound. It does have music. Uh, normally, normally when you go in, I like to turn it down a little bit so I can control the balance between Zach and I talking and the actual game. Um, but there is also no actual, like, I turned it down in this and there was just no effect. Like, I went into the game and it was just as loud as it actually was.
Oh,
Huh, apparently I get nude.
yeah. It says Force is a 1 to 4 player co-op arcade action RPG with puzzle and tactical elements. You are cast as slaves in the toughest fantasy gladiator school of them all, condemned to fight as a gladiator and eventually win your freedom. So that's the dealio.
That sounds sort of generic. Maybe that's just me.
A little bit of gladiator with a little bit of Final Fantasy adventure
Uh,
type storyline.
oh, Final Fantasy Adventure. I remember that game. Yeah, it's interesting. That's it. if there is a cooking mechanic now in Mercenary Kings, that's pretty cool because I remember picking up items that kind of hinted about that there was going to be a cooking game, like a cooking mechanic in it, that there kind of wasn't. Oh, fucking hell, I missed that.
So you know how to control that orb now. You just kind of
Yeah,
call it to you,
yeah, you call it to you, and you have
and
to
then
sort of have it
yeah,
activate the thing.
so you have to just put whatever between you. Yeah, yeah. I never played Mercenary Kings, but I played the
It's
hell out
good.
of
It's
most Metal Slug games, and I love the Metal Slug series.
yeah, it's only PC right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
I mean, if you have a PC, it's you have to rescue the. I haven't rescued the chef. I haven't found. Well, I haven't played the game in a while. I got it when it first came out, and haven't really gone back to it since I was streaming it the first couple
yeah.
of times, and then my friends were openly, actively mocking me. Um,
So is this game, this is like level based or mission based? Because you just
I think it's level.
yeah.
I don't know if it's mission.
So it's not like one continuous story. Like oh, so you're just kind of knocking out. Uh,
Oh, it is mission based, so you level
yeah.
up according to missions apparently. Okay.
Oh, and then there's like gems above the door, so maybe you got to go back and get a
Yeah,
better
and be
ranking or
better.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, it seems, and I don't know if this is based on. Oh, thanks. Oh, cool. And you blew up and also did massive damage to me. I'm sure that's going to be really fucking helpful. Starting this mission severely damaged.
Yeah, I guess they refer to them as arenas. So there's 25 arenas, 5 bosses, 4 unique character classes with 16 unlockable abilities each. Advanced tactical AI mobs work together against your group in combat, sacrificing one another as shields or buffing their monster allies on the fly to better fight your group. The spirit mentor, an extra party member, which players must control together to gain an upper hand over the enemy. And the mark combat system applies marks to enemies with your basic skills to set them up for a devastating special attack from you or your allies. And as the history, 4 started as a student project at the University of Copenhagen, built from the ground up with cooperation in mind. The game features several innovative features that drive cooperation between players.
You can't say shit like QWOP.
Yeah, co-op, yeah.
QWOP is an actual, like, insane game.
Yeah, this is, anyway,
QWOP.
they built it with cooperative play.
With QWOP. Fuck that game. Do you know what QWOP is?
I've never played co-op.
QWOP is, you...
Sounds great.
No, it's not. It's like addictive and punishing, and fuck anyone who enjoys that. No, fuck you. No, it's yeah. You have to control the movement of like a runner, but you control his like knees independently.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I know it. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking. I've never played it. I've seen videos of it. It's supposed to be like the hardest game to control ever.
Oh, there are like sequels to it that are like 3 times harder. There's like a climbing one that's like ridiculously hard. You have to scale a mountain.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I've never played it myself, but I've seen videos and it just looks like a horror story.
Oh yeah, it's just a fucking train wreck.
But it's supposed to be. I mean,
Yeah, they designed it to just be stupid, punishing for no reason. All right. Oh, thanks. That
This yeah,
was
this game was supposed to come out in about a month, so October 24th is the official release date.
okay. Oh, that's about a month away.
Yeah.
Actually, that's exactly a month away.
Yep.
All right. If you fly through the healing thing, because I'm almost dead.
I thought I read somewhere too that this game was also supposed to be coming to Wii U.
That sounds like something that would happen. I could totally see this. Um, considering that my PC, I'm probably going to stick PC for a little while after the next gen consoles come out.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pre-order my Xbox or a PlayStation. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, is there really any like launch games that I need to play? So it's like not really. I mean, everything's going to be cross generation. You know, you're going to get your Call of Duties and your FIFAs and everything, and Assassin's Creed. You know, it's going to be on current gens and next gens
And PC.
and PC. You know, so you know, am I going to get a PlayStation 4? Absolutely. Am I going to get an Xbox One? Absolutely. Do I need to get one at launch and fight the chaos of getting one at launch? It's like, there's nothing really I need to play. You know?
And the dirty little secret about, like, especially reviewing stuff, like when we get review code for stuff, is that if a company can send us a PC build of a game, they like to send us a PC build of a game because it's normally a Steam code.
Yeah, it's way easier to
And
ship out.
yeah, there is no shipping. It's an email that goes out.
Yeah, there's no shipping, so they save a couple of bucks, and it's instantaneous. So yeah, we always get codes as opposed to getting physical copies of games really anymore.
Yeah, so like even on that stuff, the new Killzone looks really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean it's still Killzone,
Yeah,
you know, but I don't know.
I thought Killzone 3 had some really cool. What the hell was it? The class-based mechanics when you were playing.
I can't remember. You know what? I played. Did I play? Maybe it was. Maybe I did play Killzone 3. I can't remember now. I played one of them on PlayStation 3. I can't remember what the hell it was. But I mean, I'm like, this is fine. There's nothing great about it. You know, there's nothing like I'd still prefer Halo. You know, over it. I like Halo's mechanics way better. But yeah, there's really no killer games that you need to play. I think at launch.
I got burned really bad last gen with buying consoles at launch. I went through. I believe my grand total ended up being 11 Xboxes.
I went through a lot, man. I think I'm on Xbox like 4 or 5.
I went through 11.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But
I got a
got
bunch of red ringers.
Yeah, and I got mine at launch though, so I don't know how quickly after launch you got yours, but like most of mine were literally within the first couple of months of it coming out.
Yeah, I got mine like the beginning of, I guess, because they launched in like 2006, I think.
Yeah.
So I got it like Q1 of the next year, like right around holiday, so November.
Yeah.
So
no,
I got
I got it almost immediately after it came out.
Yeah, I mean, I still got one early, so it was still the 20 gig hard drive when the Xbox was first released, which you can't.
Oh yeah, you couldn't fucking that was your option. It was that or the arcade. Like there was no elite option. It was but
and that's kind of like if you can wait, because there's right now you're going to get a 500 gig hard drive. If you wait another year or two, they'll come out with the slim version and stuff with a terabyte in there. But I mean, I don't know if you actually seen pictures of the Xbox One, but that thing is pretty friggin' big, man. Have you seen
is
that?
it? I haven't seen like
it's like I saw like a couple comparison videos, and I mean even the PlayStation 4 is pretty damn big. I mean these things are tanks. I mean they're pretty much like as big as like the original Xbox One. The original Xbox, not Xbox One, but how it's just this big honking.
Yeah, nothing is as big as the original Xbox One.
Yeah, well
not even modern PCs.
Yeah. these new these new consoles are just
Homeless
freaking
people
crazy.
wish they could live inside an original Xbox.
Yeah, so you know, like it's only a matter of time before they'll come out with the slim version. I mean, look at how many times they've redesigned the 3DS by now, and Game Boy Advance, and even all PlayStation 4 is on what its fourth redesign now.
You mean three?
I'm sorry, PlayStation 3 is on its fourth. Yeah, right. There's been
Well, I
multiple.
mean, if you want to, if you really want to be a dick about it, the PS2 had
Oh yeah,
uh 12, technically 12, like 12ish
yeah,
redesigns. They
yeah,
just did it. They just did them all like so fucking subtly that you just didn't notice them. Like they redid the power bricks a couple of times. Like, and it's just really subtle shit that like unless you were picking up a bunch of PS2s constantly, you never notice the difference. And it's like working at GameStop, like people would randomly
yeah.
come in and would be like, where's this? And it's like they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, this that comes standard on PS2s, and they're like, it didn't come with that.
hmm
And it's just like, oh fuck.
I mean, yeah, redesigns. They're inevitable. They're gonna happen. So in a perfect world, I would, let's maybe
And
wait.
like say what you want about the PS3 and everything like that. Um, yeah, we don't really like to talk about the 2DS. By the way, I understand trying to bring it up, but we're just not going to talk about that.
I saw one in person real quick when I was in New York a few weeks ago at the Nintendo store.
Oh, really? You saw?
And I mean, I didn't get to hold it because I just was overlooking someone's shoulder because there was an employee there who just like had one and was talking to another customer about it, and I was just looking. But I mean, I mean, I don't know. I like the clamshell design. I like to be able to
That's the
fold it up
yeah.
and put it
No,
in my pocket.
that's the
Street
thing.
Pass.
That's the thing. Is like I like when they were announcing it, like all of the arguments were like, they're just stripping it out, and it's, da 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 da. It's not, it's a cost cutting measure. It's not that big of a deal. And I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see what they're going for, and all that stuff. And then
It's like I
in
get it.
the
They're trying
next
to get a lower
instant,
price point.
but then in the next instance, it's like, oh, but then it doesn't fold up, and it's like, well, then what's the point?
I mean, they cut out like everything out of it. I think we might have talked about this before, but it's only mono sound. There's only one speaker on it instead of two, and it's just one big screen, even though it's just divided by that piece of plastic. So that just makes it cheaper too. So they're just hitting a cheaper price point. Specifically here for the holiday season, because with the new consoles coming out, Nintendo needs to do something.
Yeah, and
You
the
know.
sad thing is, I kind of want a Wii U, just because it's like that's like sort of I've oddly hit this like carrying point with consoles that it's like when there's games that I want is
Yeah. See,
sort
well,
of
that's exactly my point. I mean, am I going to get an Xbox One or a PS4 at launch? It's like, well, there's really no games that I want to play. Now we're kind of in a unique situation because we'll get review codes and shit to play these games. So then we kind of have to suck it up or go to a buddy's house who has one or somehow get our hands on a system. So that's usually why I buy a console. But in a perfect world, I would like to wait. So like right now, like a Wii U, like the Zelda bundle, like that's a pretty sweet bundle to get. You're like, I would like to play Zelda, Pikmin 3, So now there's a couple of games on the Wii U that I'd like to check out, but is it still, yeah, they're two great games. But really, if you really want to look at it, I mean, okay, I played the shit out of Wind Waker on the Cube. Do I really need to
I
play it
beat Wind
again?
Waker once, started again, and went, oh, that's what that costume looks like. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, when Wind Waker first came out, I mean, I was addicted to that game. I really liked the, sailing on the sea, and it was just this really
Oh,
big.
I fucking hated sailing
You
on the
see,
sea.
I liked that. I mean, I
I
thought it
thought
was.
it made the game feel empty and like fucking deserted.
I like.
Like
I mean,
I thought that was like the largest misstep they could have made in that game.
well, and then with the HD remake, they're supposed to make it better with like a faster sail and like teleport points or something like that. But
Well, there were teleport points that you could like just warp to. They were
Yeah,
just like fucking. There was just like three of them, and that map was huge. That was
that
my
was a
main
yeah,
problem, though, is that it was like
it was a huge
it.
game.
I think it was like one of the larger world maps, but it just like felt empty and deserted. It didn't feel like. And then you like look at any because they've done two other. See, they've done two sequels to that game
Oh well, on the 3DS.
on the DS.
I'm sorry, on the regular DS. Yes, you're correct.
Spirit Tracks, and
Sure,
then
and
something of time.
yeah, whatever the hell it was.
Sand clock. Do
Phantom Hourglass.
yes. Um,
Yeah, brain fart there.
it.
But the thing about Wind Waker though that you have to respect is like that game. It was first off, it was on the GameCube, which is a really I think the disc can hold like 1.5 gigs, and that game had no load times at all. There was not a single load. I mean, you can hop on your boat, you can go swimming, or you could swim around, sail around, and go to a new island, all without loading once or just loading the initial time. So that
Yeah,
I always thought that was pretty cool.
I think sailing can be done well. I have faith that it can be done well. I just it was Link in a rowboat with a sail by himself. It was just like I mean like you look at games and the chat brought up what is it there uh,
Assassin's Creed.
yeah the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and it's like um like for that game it's just like I could seriously see that being like, well, if you're gonna like be alone by yourself, at least you have a crew there with you. And I could see there being like dialogue and like interactions and shit and other things going on that might make life on the high seas, passingly fucking interesting, as opposed to, like Link sort of playing his wind song.
Yeah, one thing, like, did you play Assassin's Creed 3?
I did. I got really fucking bored.
Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed 3 was the worst Assassin's Creed to date. And
Oh,
one of the things that
I actually have a list of complaints that's actually fairly long at this point about like basically like Connor's a war profiteer. Um, he like all these like terrible things that they just kind of gloss over, and mainly also the one thing that like it seems like everyone wants to ignore is we have quite extensive records of the Revolutionary War. We sort of know who was at every battle. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, we found out." Like, I mean, watch Pawn Stars and like have them sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, I found this journal of correspondence between, this guy and like his friend Tom during the like
yeah.
the War of 1812." And the guy that they bring in will be like, "Actually, we know that he wasn't in the War of 1812 at all. So this is clearly a fake." And it's just
Yeah.
like, and it's like, yeah, this guy didn't just appear and start commanding troops around. So
Yeah, I mean, there was just a lot of I did not like Assassin's Creed 3. I mean, I just suffered through it just to beat it just because I wanted to see what was going to happen at the end because I played all the other Assassin's Creeds. And one of the things that I didn't like, or one of my least favorite aspects, was the whole sailing deal. And now they're kind of, I'm afraid that they're focusing on that, much more obviously with Black Flag. And now I'm worried, like, well, you're focusing on one of the aspects that I hated most in Assassin's Creed 3. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they're going to fix things and make things better and change things up, but that's going to be my concern with Assassin's Creed 4.
I didn't. Oh, fuck you, spirit thing. I didn't
Ooh.
think. Like, I thought that it was the most mechanically sound Assassin's Creed game.
There was bugs. You mean like, but there was bugs
Just
up the ass with it.
the way it played. Like the controls, I thought there not like crafting or anything, because the crafting interface was bullshit. But like free running and stuff, I thought felt better than it ever has.
Uh, I don't know if I agree with you on that one. I mean, I actually thought like jumping around in like the forest and stuff.
No, in
Like
town.
in town, fine, but like when you go out to the forests, it's asymmetrical. It's organic. It's not 90-degree angles, and I I don't know. I actually had like there was I remember one. It was in the beginning of the game where like one of your fellow Native American guys like, hey, follow me, just as like acting as like a tutorial how to like get through the jungle and like navigate it. And I had trouble with it. I mean, it's something that should have taken 1 minute wound up taking me 30 because I couldn't figure out how to travel like through the trees and jump the right way and all this kind of stuff. And there's a lot of bugs in it too. I
Oh
mean, I just
well,
remember
it's
playing.
Assassin's Creed, dude. There are fucking bugs in Assassin's Creed's
Yeah,
game.
yeah. How did we start talking about Assassin's Creed?
The
Jesus,
the,
we're,
the
we're
chat
playing. We're
wanted to.
playing. Yeah, oh yeah, we're playing Forced here.
We do have people watching us.
Yeah.
So it's easy enough to throw us off topic to begin with.
Very.
So you know, when
Anyway, you want to talk? You want to go back to Metal Slug? You want to talk a little bit about Metal
oh,
Slug?
you want to talk about a game you like? Sure, let's talk about fucking Metal Slug, I guess. What do you want to say about Metal Slug?
Oh man, the one Metal Slug game that I think is hands down the best Metal Slug game that no one ever played is Metal Slug Second Mission on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Fantastic game. I mean, that game is
Oh,
awesome.
fuck just happened?
Froze? Beta. What's up? You froze?
You can still hear me, and
Well, I mean, like the game froze.
you could see. Yeah, yes. Oh, there it goes. Okay, all right, we're back, I guess.
Well, that's why the game is still in
Yeah,
early
well, like I
access, right?
could not control it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, early access. It comes out next month,
Yeah, 1 month away.
and they're selling it, by the way.
Selling it early on Steam. And I think this is obviously they designed this game with co-op in mind. Clearly, we're playing it single player.
Yeah,
I don't even know if
this is
I don't even
definitely
know
one
if
of those games that it's like you really should be playing this
yeah,
multiplayer.
yeah, you're not going to have as much fun by. I mean, like the same thing like with Diablo. Do you really want to play Diablo or Secret of Mana by yourself? I mean, you can. Will you have a better time if you play with buddies? Absolutely.
If you know my friends, then the answer is yes. You will have more fun by yourself. My friends are assholes, and I hate them all.
You have to have the right friends.
You
Because,
have
like,
to have good friends.
yeah, you play a game like Diablo, and if you get an asshole who like takes all the good armor and potions and all this kind of crap and just doesn't share and just plays, he still plays solo but uses you as the bait and crap like that. That's annoying as shit.
No, that didn't work out well.
Yeah, see now if you had a buddy,
Yeah,
two-player,
this would
four-player.
be nothing.
Oh, nice.
Getting weird graphical issues too. All right, yeah, we're done.
So that's Forced,
That is forced.
a co-op arena-based Diablo-style action RPG.
Indeed, it is.
Coming out in a month. Check it out. It's on Steam.
Yeah.
Made by a bunch of dudes in their basement, basically.
Yeah. More power to them. I
Yeah.
think for the first game out, it's actually pretty good. I'd probably like it more with a leveling system. That's just me. I like leveling systems. So, yeah, you can follow us, mygamer.com. You can read other things I do. I'm Gilman on varms.net. He is Zach. You can follow him on.
I'm Zach. You can follow me at Twitter at ZachGaz. Also check out I posted a bunch of new stuff actually today on Mygamer. A lot of other reviews are on the way. Got a lot of games in the hopper here. So stay with us. You can also check out my blog at squallsnake.net, and follow Mygamer on Twitter as well. Join us.
Absolutely. All right. So that's us for this week, and till next week.
Until next week, take it easy.